Do it again.
Action.
Action. Welcome. Well, that's just too animated.
Too animated.
All right, sorry.
Here we go.
Ready?
You like
3,
clap though. So
2,
clap.
1. You clap. Welcome to After the Bell. I'm your host, Ben Pinnell. It's my co-host,
Matthew Mita. Excited to be here with everybody.
Matthew Miede. That's M-I-E-D-E.
Yeah, that's
I love
German.
spelling your name.
German, and you pronounce it O so well. I appreciate the culture.
Miede.
On a show like this.
Miede. So a little bit about us. I'm a local realtor in Orange County. Matthew is also here in Orange County, and he is a lender, meaning I help people buy and sell real estate. Matthew helps figure out what their buying power is.
Yeah, and I get them the money to get it all done. At the end of the day, I provide the money, man. Provide the financing.
Exactly. I'm like the fun, let's go shopping. He's like the let's figure out your
Sexy numbers guy, yeah.
Sexy numbers. So a little bit about the show and why we're here and why we're doing this. So the whole objective of the show is to cover all the stuff that they didn't cover in school. So hence After the Bell, one day when that final bell rings, you're thrown into the real world and you find out that cursive and chemistry are really not as important as the amount of time spent on them in class.
Well put.
Unless you're Walter White, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cooking that crystal.
Good foreshadowing reference.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
I don't know if everyone's going to get that, but for the people who do, I'm in the middle of that show right now. So, and we're going to jump into Netflix a little later, so stay tuned.
Please, no spoilers for Ben.
No, please, thank you. So, a little about the structure of the show. We got 4 segments, alrighty? First segment is what's new. So we're going to talk about a current event, what's going on, our perspective on it. Then we're going to jump into 2020s versus 30s.
Oh, yes.
And this was Matt's idea, and I'm super stoked for it. It's essentially saying, okay, yeah, Matt and I are both millennials, but there's an age gap.
I'm 30s.
I'm 20s.
There you go.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to bring up certain topics, and we're going to see what our different perspectives are in that 5 to 10 year gap. What happened between that time, and why are we so different?
And I have the benefit of hindsight, which is going to be
hindsight
nice
is always 2020, but this is 2030. So, third segment. That was second segment. Third segment is real talk, which is going to be real estate talk. So we're going to give you a quick little golden nugget about real estate that's going to help you when you are ready for your home search or possibly selling one day. And the fourth and final thing is topic of the day. We want to come up with a more clever name for that, but
it really is truly what it is.
It is what it is.
Topic of the day.
It's topic of the day, and we're going to pick one topic that we're going to lean into, and it's going to be awesome and fun. Alrighty, with that being said, let's jump into this.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with what's new. What is new? What happened last night?
I'll tell you what's new, Ben.
Tell me.
This show's new. I'm really excited about this here as well, too.
That's fantastic.
Because this is our first episode. We've been talking a lot about this. You and I have a lot of thoughts on things, some of which we think people will find interesting.
Yeah.
Some of which they probably won't. Feedback will be helpful in this process. But I'll tell you what else is new. My goodness, the World Series was last night. Eventful. Ben, what do you think of baseball?
You know what? To be honest,
that's what Ben thinks of baseball right there.
Exactly.
Ben doesn't care about baseball.
Yeah.
The whole fact that it's called America's pastime means nothing to him.
Yeah, because it's in the past.
Because it is in the past. Well, pastime is in the past. Well put it. But I'm an Angels fan. We've been rough. I'm from Orange County. Ben out here, Southern California as well too. Big Angels fan.
I like beer, hot dogs. I like going to Angel. I go to baseball games.
For sure.
I love the experience. I love the America's pastime experience. The actual games and sitting down on a couch and watching the games. That's a whole other story. I mean, if you take it a step further, I've been in the car with my dad before where he turns it on the radio and I'm like, oh my God, like what are we doing right now?
So this could also obviously be a segment of 20s and 30s. When I was younger, my dad turned on the radio. I was excited to listen to the game with him. This is obviously punishment for Ben having to listen to this.
If you've ever seen the movie Cinderella Man, the old boxing movie, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like all the family like in the 20s, like in the Great Depression, huddled around a radio, listening to the boxing match, like, oh, Johnny takes a shot to the right. It's totally...
It is actually a really big distraction if you're watching it while driving. Your poor dad is just trying to keep up with things. Let me tell you this, though. It was an exciting World Series. What's so unique about it is the fact that the road team won every single game.
Right.
That's incredible.
And they finished out that way.
I mean, what do you take away from something like that?
Impressive. Honestly, all joking aside, baseball, it's a great sport. It's
He just said all joking aside and then proceeded to bullshit everybody.
That's true.
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you what's unique about it, Ben.
It's impressive.
It's impressive.
It came down to a showdown. It was like the seventh game. If you guys don't know, throughout the show, we're always going to try to bring it back to bringing home a point. Maybe something you know, maybe something you don't know. So, for example, baseball. If you don't know baseball,
there's still a takeaway here.
What's the takeaway? The series, right?
The takeaway here is resilience, because every single game, whomever had their back against the, is it whoever or whomever? Whomever sounds better. Whomever had their back against the wall was the person who won that game the whole way through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, the Astros have won a World Series. I know it's a tough way to lose. You're a very talented team. You're in my division as an Angels fan. You can suck it. And for everybody else, Nationals, I'm really proud of you guys out there. You were really, really resilient. You guys got it done in Houston, Game 7. Impressive.
Awesome. So, for all you baseball fans, congrats. I'm sure that was entertaining. For all of that are not baseball fans, we're done with this segment. Moving on. Halloween. That's part 2.
Until next season.
That's part 2 of what's new. Let's talk about Halloween. Halloween's tonight.
Woo!
Today is October 31st. And Matt, what does that mean?
I don't know. What does it mean anymore? Is the 31st important? Like, what makes the 31st even Halloween anymore at this point?
As a kid, obviously, it's like, okay, it's Halloween. We're no matter if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're throwing on a costume. We're gonna go trick or treat. We're gonna get some candy. I'm fired up. As you get into your later years, the party, you pick which weekend is good. That's the big debate. Which weekend are we gonna party on? You know, which weekend?
It's all dependent on where Halloween falls, right?
Yeah, and this year is confusing. So it's not a Thursday, but it's like you don't want to party for Halloween after it passed, because then you're in Thanksgiving territory. But then before, it's like
you can't do anything that's in November. If you're partying Halloween in November, you've missed the boat.
Right.
You're just trying to push it
Santa
too hard.
Barbara at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, you bring up a really good point. Is the 31st important?
Is it relevant?
What makes it relevant to you?
I'm gonna go no. It's no longer relevant in this weird limbo stage of life that we're at. Thank you. But I think kids is the key, right?
Well,
either you're a kid
right?
or you have a kid.
2-part. I think it's the kid for sure.
Yeah.
Good point.
Kids, okay.
Do you have kids, and do you party?
That's true.
Because at the end of the day, there's some people who don't have kids who are also just too old to party anymore. So it's like, we're either, now the decision is, are we or are we not going to be a good neighbor?
Right.
You know,
right.
Are we going to hand out candy, or are we just going to turn off all the lights and read a good book to ourselves and back?
Exactly.
So, you know, there's a bunch of
you.
people out there. I can tell you that I am in the box of no kids likes to party.
Yeah.
And because of that, always decked out in a nice costume, always really excited about getting into that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I love your costume too, by the way.
This
You're a 49er.
is not a costume.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. So, I'm excited for this one. 20s versus 30s. Again, this is our different perspectives on a topic. And today's topic is Instagram/social media. And we could talk for days on this, but we're going to try to keep it like,
Yeah.
you know, we're trying to reel it in. And we're going to focus on what are our different perspectives on just the use of the platform in general. How we use it. From a personal standpoint, from a business standpoint. Matt, you're in your 30s. What do you think about Instagram?
It's been a transition taken on. You know, it's like my generation, when I first went to college, I went to college out in Boston, went to Emerson College. That was right as Facebook was being started. It was only allowed for Boston colleges at that point in time, so there was only 20 in the network of us. And it's like to see the evolution of MySpace, Facebook, to what we have now with Instagram.
It's Instagram, baby. Like, it's all about Instagram.
There's no doubt. It's all about Instagram.
What's your perspective on Instagram?
Instagram specifically...
Because I've seen your account.
Well, one, I don't read a lot, so Instagram is great for me because I love pictures.
Same.
So I think that hits me there. It hits home big time for me there. But 2, the Instagram, if you want to sound like you're in your 30s, call it the Instagram.
The Facebook.
The Instagram that keeps consuming everybody's life. The Instagram is a community-based thing for me. To me, I look at it as a way of staying in touch with people while also bragging about all the travel I get to do and rubbing it in their faces.
So if you don't follow Matt, he just made a post recently where he's wearing Siberian wolf on him. And if honestly, this is kind of a sensitive topic because we don't want to jump into the whole...
No.
You know,
no.
But he did it, you know, and that's not judgment of him and his character. It's just he was in Russia. And when in Russia, throw a wolf on your shoulder, right?
Yeah, it was part of the decor that they had out there. It was just kind of the Russian things. I drank a lot of vodka out there as well, too. So please don't hold that against me. It was my birthday.
It was his birthday, too. But yeah, so it is definitely different, the perspective, I think. You mentioned something when we were talking about this, how posing for pictures and stuff, and it's just different. People in their 30s, they don't get it. And what I was telling Matt is, I think there was a gap with the Instagram of the 20s and 30s because I see people in their 30s who are completely normal. Like if you met them in person, they're nice, personal, whatever. But then you see their Instagram, and you're like, what is this guy's deal? What is he into? You know, like what's going on? And I just think there was just like something went off, you know, between the 20s and 30s.
A lot went off.
We
don't understand the visibility of what's going on.
I think you guys understand the filter.
No, we don't.
People in their 20s, they know what to share, what not to share. They know like boundaries, but people in their 30s are like, oh. You know, it's creepy, man. You guys are creepy.
Here's the thing, right? You know, you get in your 30s. We didn't always have everything at our fingertips like you youngins. And so when you go from being a caveman to like having the ability to follow any ridiculous thing, any beautiful girl on this thing, like it takes you down some bad paths real quickly. And it's not because, and again, I'm speaking for all these creepy people out there.
Yeah.
It's not because we are creepy. It's because we are using this medium in a creepy manner.
Yeah, I agree. Because like I said, you're not creepy. The people I know aren't creepy.
Not creepy.
They come off creepy.
The perception, and I can see how it looks creepy to only have like, you know, a few friends, and half the things are your friends and half are some chicks you're scoping on out there. To me, I can see how that'd be really creepy, especially if you don't know that everybody can see your profile and what's going on there, which is, I think, where I think grandpas are missing the boat on what they're doing out there. But you made a great point about the picture taking, because I look at Instagram and I see like 21, 22, 23-year-old people looking like they're older than me, adults, like the way that they frame themselves, their neck is turned, the editing,
the filters.
Everything on there. I'm like, this person looks like an ageless model. I couldn't even tell you they're just gorgeous.
Yeah.
But then you take us in our 30s, we suck.
It's just wrong.
We just like,
it's offensive.
there is something about our arms that don't extend in the right angle to get like an actual picture done. We've managed to somehow get every double chin on this planet into every photo.
I love it.
As a 30-year-old male, I get asked a lot, especially at 6'3". Sup, ladies? 6'3". I get asked a lot to take pictures. And you know what? I disappoint a lot of people. I'm not a very good photographer.
Honestly, I think that's a good sign, though, when a guy doesn't really know what he's doing with the camera. You know.
Why is that a good sign?
We're not going to jump into that right now.
Okay.
We will next time. But stay tuned for that. We talk about
relationships
and dating and fun stuff like that.
Being a crap photographer.
That was awesome. Matt, let's jump into segment number 3. Real talk.
Guys, let's get serious here.
Oh, I left my tie over there. Should I grab it?
No, because you're just asking me questions.
Okay, sounds good. So we're going to get serious right now, hence the tie. And we're going to talk about real estate. And I have a couple questions for Matt that some of you might have as well. Down payment. Let's talk about down payment. Dude, down payment. How much should I expect to pay for a down payment? I'm a millennial. I'm young. Just graduated college not that long ago. Started making some money. I want to buy my first place in Orange County, Matt. How's that possible? How much am I expected to pay down on my first place?
Well, down payment is always going to be calculated as a percentage. So it's important to understand that. It's going to be done. It's going to be required based on a percentage of the purchase price, sales price, whatever you want to call it, that you're buying at.
Okay.
Let's keep a square number right now, okay? Not to intimidate anybody, but let's use a number, something like a $400,000 property, okay?
Okay. What am I paying down payment? $400,000.
$400,000 property, you can get away with about 3.5% of that as a down payment.
Okay.
The way to help kind of people do quick math on these kind of things as well too, because I find that just tends to help typically. 3%, well, 1% of 400,000 is $4,000. 3% would be $12,000, right? And 0.5% of $4,000 is $2,000, right? So we're at 14,000, right?
Okay, so looking at 14,000
on a
down
$400,000 home.
Okay, interesting. So is that the best you can do? Is there any other programs? Is there any other loopholes? Is there?
I'm glad you asked, Ben. It's as if this was set up for this. Yeah. Shaking the rim Shaq style.
Boom, hit me.
Yeah, so for you first-time homebuyers out there, I don't know if you know, but Ben and I are first-time homebuyer experts. That's what we specialize in.
Plug moving forward.
Love it. In any case, there are two types of programs I work a lot with. One of them is in reference to down payment. It's called down payment assistance. It's available to first-time homebuyers. First-time homebuyer is anybody who has not had an ownership interest in a home in the last 3 years. 3 years. If you fit into that box, you may qualify for this program.
So what does that mean? Give me just the basic nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts of down payment assistance.
Down payment assistance.
They're going to give you a loan for the 3.5% down payment you need.
Okay.
They're going to give you a loan to help cover some of the closing costs that you have to cover. And then you end up bringing a few thousand to close depending on how you want to structure the loan. And then from there, you've got a home. It basically is a way of shortcutting. For those of you out there that are sick of renting, it's a great way to get into a home sooner than later so that you can start using the equity to build into there to start getting these tax benefits.
So essentially, you're getting a loan on the full property minus a couple thousand for closing costs. Is that what you're saying?
You're getting 3 loans. You're getting your mortgage that you're paying on
monthly. But you're not paying it out of pocket. You're just getting everything's on a loan. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all depending on how you look at it. Right? Yeah, there's a little bit out of pocket. I mean, I've had people close with as little as $750 on these things.
No way.
In
Orange County.
100%. Well, that one particularly was in Riverside, but it's all about how you get credits and things during the transaction work out. But, I mean, to buy a home with only $1,000 in your pocket, excuse me, a lot of people come to me and say, I don't have enough money to purchase a home. I don't have a down payment.
And what do you say?
I say you do. You just don't know what's available to you out there. Let's spend some time together.
That's awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Let's take off the tie and
boom.
Let's
snap back to reality. All right.
Oh, there goes gravity. Segment number 4, topic of the day today is Netflix.
Yeah. Boom.
Netflix. We're talking about Netflix. Matt, why are we talking about Netflix today?
We're talking about Netflix because we've got a new month coming up. There's some new stuff on there. I don't know if you follow Ben's Instagram, but he posted a little bit ago.
If you don't, you should.
You should. You really should get on that train. But Netflix means a lot to me. You and I both dealt with some injuries over the course of our life. When you're injured, you spend a lot of time just sitting around, laying around, watching Netflix. So
it's always there for you.
It's always there for me. It was definitely there for me when I needed them. 100%. And we had something really good come out here in October. I'm really excited about. There's a lot on Netflix to be excited about. Let's be frank.
Right. There's a lot. Let's fire off a couple.
Peaky Blinders! Peaky Blinders! Yes!
Hey, I'm on board, man. Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I binged that. That was great.
So good.
Are you practicing?
You know what? I was out having dinner with a friend last night, and we were basically shouting across the table to each other, Peaky Blinders!
I wonder how that will sound.
Pull but there's like gas.
So Peaky Blinders, I binged that in a night. I was
all 5 seasons?
No, the final.
The final season.
That just came out.
Definitely better binge.
And it was great, but they left you hanging, man. I don't know if you've seen
but
it yet.
Good. You know what it tells me? That's the
there's more coming.
That's the kind of cock tease I'm looking for right there.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. There's more coming. So we're excited about Peaky Blinders. Also coming in November, which is tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. Netflix is rolling out some new stuff. We got Step Brothers coming.
Ooh, classic.
Millennial
classic.
It's a millennial classic. Step Brothers is the shit. Like Step Brothers is our
absolutely. Well,
that's like our most proud thing when people are like, "Oh, millennials." We're like Step Brothers.
It is 100%.
That was us. That was
the best thing Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly have done together.
100%.
By the way, John C. Reilly.
Sherlock Holmes.
What do you have? What do you have to do to have your middle initial pronounced when somebody says your name constantly, like Samuel L. Jackson, John C. Reilly. Like,
wow.
What do I have to do to be Matt Emita?
Matt Emita?
Yeah,
that sounds
Edwards. Matthew Emita.
Matt Emita.
Matthew Emita sounds like I've earned something, like a doctorate or something.
Do you want
like
to
that.
hear mine?
Please.
I just realized it rhymes.
Huh?
Benjamin L. Pennell.
That makes you sound Mexican.
I am a quarter Mexican.
I am Benjamin de Pinel.
Benjamin Luis Pinel.
El Pinel. Ben
El Pinel. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Oh, loser.
Okay. Back to Netflix. Back to
Netflix.
A lot of cool stuff coming out. We're super fired up about it. In addition to tonight's Halloween, I'm hopefully I'm going to get this thing launched out before the end of the day.
We're not done with Netflix, okay? Did you see the thing with Eddie Murphy came out, the Dolomite thing?
I did. I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I have not seen it yet because, like, see, the thing about Netflix, too, is right when you see what you want to watch, immediately my eyes go to, how long is this going to take? Because then I think to myself, sometimes I just want to bang out a 20, 30-minute, give me a chuckle, back to what I need to do.
Someone's going to open this up, they're going to be like, okay, I'd love to see what it's about, and they're going to be like,
it's a really reasonable amount of time.
We're at about like 20 minutes right now.
Cool. Okay. Good.
So I think any further we're gonna lose people.
This is just like a Netflix episode at this point of The Office. It's 22 minutes. So guys, it was great talking with you right here.
And final note, let's talk about The Office real quick.
Yeah.
Best show on Netflix.
Best show on Netflix.
Hands
Keep
down.
it going.
Best show on Netflix.
It's gonna be a really sad day. Favorite character?
Favorite character, Dwight. Done.
Done? Dwight?
Dwight, done.
Oh.
Love Michael Scott. But
I have said this to a number of people, and it apparently is a very unpopular choice, but my favorite character is Andy Bernard.
Oh, God.
I know, everybody does that, but can I tell you?
It would be.
There's so much about Andy Bernard I love. Oh, my goodness. Ed Helms, thank you.
It's phenomenal, and if you don't have any plans tonight for Halloween, go watch the Halloween episodes for The Office. You will not be disappointed.
Very fun.
And with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching our first episode of many.
Daylight savings time coming up, peeps.
This weekend, make sure you turn those clocks. It's about to be dark.
Falling back.
And with that, we conclude. Thanks so much.